everybody, it's Renee from Tailspin Farm, and I am hopping on tonight to answer some questions. I had a bunch of comments on my YouTube channel the last, I don't know, yesterday I think it was, and it was one gal that did all the questions, which is awesome, and they're kind of spread throughout some of my videos, so I started typing to her, and I thought, you know what, this would be much easier if I just answered them on a video. So I'm going to do that. I apologize. It is nighttime. And so we're in my little office. I'm going to do a tour of my little, I don't even know if it's 8 by 10 feet. It's a really small office. It's actually, it's in our, well, not new house now. We've been here almost a year now, but it was a closet, a walk-in closet, and it's in our bedroom. And there are 2 other closets in our bedrooms. So we didn't need this for clothes. And so it has a window right there, which is perfect. And so I took it over and I built a shelf yesterday. So I will show that to you. But let's jump into these questions real quick, and I'll see if I can answer them. For Elizabeth. Elizabeth asked all these. So the first one is on my, and again, I'll try to link all of these videos. I don't know if I'll put a card up here, or at the end I'll link some of the videos to give you an idea of which one she's discussing. And again, I apologize. I have my glasses on and I have a ring light on because of the darkness, and I know it's going to bounce off my lenses, but I need my glasses to read, so we'll just deal with that today. So the first one comes off from, what can I do with the 100% Angora yarn? And this was a video I did, it's been a while because that's our old house, and it was all of the jewelry and things that I make with my Angora yarn. And her question was, are the items washable? So yes, every thing that I create or make are washable. Specifically with the Angora yarn, I would hand wash most of this stuff. If you're talking like hats and scarves, I am pretty certain. I have an old hat that I probably made like 12 or 15 years ago that is a blend of alpaca and Angora. It's probably 50-50, close to 50-50 of each, and I know I have machine washed that bugger plenty of times, but I used it kind of as a outdoor work hat for many years. So yeah, you can machine wash them. I would always do it in the delicate cycle. I would much more recommend doing hand washing. So all of my earrings, my bracelets, things like that could easily be hand washed, and then just put in, you know, like dried on a towel maybe, or in between a towel. That would be a great way to dry them. Put by a heat source, you can dry them that way. So yes, they are washable. Let's see, my mouse here. This next question was on my drop spindling Angora video, which is a more recent one. And she asked, does it have to be plied or to use it, or can it be used after this step? So what she's talking about is when you drop spindle your yarn, you've got, this is a bad example, but you've got this, and she wanted to know, can you just use this, or does it have to be plied? So you can use single ply, and you can use single ply off a drop spindle. I actually, when I started years ago with my Angoras and with my spinning, I started under drop spindle, and the first, and I have it here somewhere, I'll try to look at it. I know it's in a different video, but I have like a sampler swatch, it's probably about this long, of my very first drop spindled Angora yarn, and it's just a single ply. I rolled it into a ball and I crocheted it, and it's like a little scarf swatch. So yes, you can do a single ply Angora with your projects. You want to make sure, like, obviously my first stuff was not I hadn't refined my technique. I hadn't spun for as many years as I have now. So it was an art yarn. That's what I always call everything that doesn't quite turn out the way I want it to. It becomes an art yarn. So that's what we'll say it was. But yes, that does work, and you can single ply and work with your single ply drop spindled yarn. Let's see, what was her other questions? Have you found that any particular breeds wool makes a softer final garment? So she's talking about Angora. I have German Angora, I have French Angora, and I have English Angora. At one point, I had a cross of a giant German, but that's been years and years ago. And I have not had any full giant Angoras. And I haven't tried Zanton Angora, so I'm not sure of those. When I go between my three that I'm familiar with, I don't notice a difference in the yarn or in the spinning for me. Now, each rabbit there are rabbits with different textured yarns, and the English is going to be a very fine fiber that's going to mat more. So you will notice that difference. But when you're wearing something, I do have something. When you're wearing, this is 100% Angora, and this is just a mix. This is a mix, and most of my stuff is mixed. I'm not going to know the difference. I groomed today, and some of this came off a German Angora, and some of it came off a French Angora. And the only thing I notice is that this is the different colors, so I know which rabbit it came off from. And I'm actually going to blend this all together. So you are not going to notice a difference between, in my opinion. You won't notice a difference in the softness. It's all soft. I don't know if you've ever touched Angora or felt Angora. It's extremely beyond soft. The difference between scissors and combing, I have used an electric trimmer in the past. I'm not a fan. The rabbit skin is so thin, and I used to shear our alpacas and our Pygor goats, but I'm not comfortable shearing my Angoras. They're small, and I don't feel a need to have an electric trimmer to do those. So mine are always either clipped with a pair of scissors or combed. And I prefer, so today I did both. If it's clipped fiber, I am going to card it. If it's combed fiber, I will take it straight to my wheel. And actually, I will show you this one again. The difference is clipped fiber has these straight edges where you've clipped, right? And so right there's a good example. There's a whole section of just clipped fiber. Carded or combed fiber comes in a big puffy cloud, just like this, as you take it off your comb. This, I will go right to my wheel and spin it. Although I am going to blend these two because the colors are pretty matchy. So I'm going to go ahead and card it all together to make it even. So that's the main difference between fuzzy combed and clipped. If I had my druthers, I would comb everybody all the time and just take it straight to my wheel. But a lot of times right now I am carding different rabbits together, and they might not be the exact colors, but when I card them, they make a nice blend. And combing for me, I do so much work with my hands and my wrist that I sometimes do have some issues with that. Sorry, I'm kicking the thing. I sometimes do have an issue with sore wrist or sore hands. And so oftentimes it's just easier to clip them with the scissors or the shears that I have instead of combing. Combing's more of that repetitive motion, where clipping, I can just clip it all and then card it when I have a chance. In the summer, when it's hot, I do clip all of them. I keep them sheared down most of the summer, especially this last summer. We started out summer, end of April, beginning of May, and it was 80 degrees just like that this last year, and it stayed hot most of our summer last year. It was a really unusual summer because it was so hot for so long last year. So I hope that answers that one. One of my videos, I mentioned possibly making a video talking about patterns that do well with 100% Angora. I have not made that video. Thank you for reminding me. I will put that on my list and get that one out there. I have another video request about spinning thick and thin Angora. So I will try to remember to get those two done here in the next week or so and get that answered. There are certain patterns that you want, and I have a couple things I can show you. Most garments like shawls or scarves, anything like that, pretty much you don't need to worry about a pattern. Things like hats, you do want to worry about that because there's not a lot of bounce back on Angora. So the reason why I do knit Angora hats, and I also do machine knit Angora hats. The machine and that's probably another video I can do. I know I've done some Instagram stuff on that, but I have a knitting machine up here on my shelf, and I use that as a time saver basically. When I'm spending so much time getting the fiber and grooming the rabbits and caring for the rabbits and then spinning the fiber, it becomes a time thing for me to make hats on the knitting machine. So hats like this I don't have to necessarily worry about because it's a double 2-ply hat, and it has some structure to it. 100% Angora ones, I did just finish a knitted one, a simple beanie, and I will show you how it probably could use a little bit of, at least in the brim that you do, maybe another ply of a different yarn with it, just to get you through the brim, and then do the rest of the hat with 100% Angora. So I hope that answers that question, but I will show you some of that. And it looks like her last question is, are the items made from 100% bunny yarn so soft, or are they scratchy, itchy at all? They are super, super, super soft. Like I said, I don't know if you've ever felt Angora, but it is amazingly soft. So Angora is technically supposed to be a hypoallergenic animal. So most people who have allergies to animals or fibers should not be bothered by Angoras. I say that to say this. I did have a friend who turned red the minute she picked up my rabbits. So I don't think that's true for everybody. They are soft, and I don't find them itchy at all. I suppose, trying to think if there would be an instance as to why they would get itchy, or maybe just not good wool, but you can see, maybe not. There's a halo effect that happens, especially once you wear them more, and I am not bothered by mine. I have quite a few shawls and scarves that have Angora in it. My hat is Angora that I wear a lot of the times, and it is not an itchy fiber to me. It is, I think there's, like, I don't know necessarily wearing it, but sometimes when I do have one shawl that is 100% Angora, and sometimes it gets little tufts of the Angora off. So if it gets in your face or something, that might bother me more than anything, but not to be itchy or scratchy or anything like that, if that makes sense. And that's more of when I am grooming the rabbits and such, that when you've got the fiber all over you, then it bothers me a little bit, but that's a different circumstance than wearing it. So I think that is all the questions tonight. Yep. That is the question she sent. So that was quick video, but I wanted to answer them and jump on here. I'm going to film a little quick video for my room probably tomorrow. It's been a long day. Today was cage cleaning day, so the rabbits' cages were all cleaned out, and then I also groomed 5 rabbits today, I think. So, and then I've been sitting here tonight spinning. I'm actually spinning alpaca and Pygora. So prior to moving 7 years ago, we had a small farm, and I had Pygora goats, and I had alpacas, and this is some of my alpaca yarn. I have been able to store it with mothballs and keep it safe. This is my Pygora, so I'm just sitting here trying to get some of this spun up. One of my goals for the year is to finish some things that I have, and one of those things is 2 boxes full of fiber, and so I want to get that spun into some yarn. I did finish I finished the Pygora today. This was one of the skeins I finished today, so I have that done. And my daughter-in-law and I actually have a project in mind for some of this, so keep your eyes open for that. I'm not sure when that's going to be, but we have some dyeing ideas and some project bag ideas and different thing ideas that we're going to put together. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please click the like button and the subscribe button if you don't already subscribe to my channel. I am trying to get on here more and more all the time with videos, and always can use ideas. If you have any, you put those in the comments. If you don't already, you can find me on the socials. I am Tailspin Farm everywhere. Instagram is mainly where I'm at right now. And yeah, so go over and find me on Instagram and follow me there also. So I hope you guys have a fabulous night. I hope you created something today, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.